One, Kahala Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings be to all the Akim that pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom. This is going to be another quick lesson, and Lord, when you're edified. So, what I'm going to get into is the wicked will be left here to melt, man. All right, whenever the Lord, Yahweh Shah, returns back to the planet Earth and he puts a spirit on these different nations to shoot their missiles over here to America, hey, all the ones that despise the words of Yahweh Shem Shah want to continue to live in their iniquity, be niggas, right? Y'all are going to be left for the melt, man, right? Because Lord, he's not going to deliver anybody like that, man, right? The Lord, here it is, the Lord, he got his men out there prophesying day in, day out, week in, week out, month after month, year after year, continuously, man. The Lord said that his prophets will not hold their peace day nor night, man, right? So people have no excuse to say that they ain't hear this word, man, right? The Lord got his men out there constantly, right? So Jay can't say that they ain't hear about it, man. All right. But all the ones that want to continue to ignore the prophets, ignore the word of the Lord, hey, y'all gonna be left for the melt, man. Right? The Lord said in the book of Isaiah, the 59th chapter, that he's only gonna come back to deliver those that turn from transgression, man. The ones that are, taking basically taking advantage of this grace period, man, to get right with the Lord. Hey, those are gonna be the ones that are gonna be saved, man. Right? If they're part of that elect number. But those that want to continue to, bullshit around and stuff like that, hey, y'all gonna be left for the melt, man. All right, so without further ado, let's go to the book of Ezekiel, the 12th chapter to start it off with, man. All right, because us as men of the Lord, we're out there prophesying the downfall against this kingdom, letting people know that World War III is on the verge of breaking out, and it is gonna break out because that's prophecy, man. That's how America's gonna, basically fall, man. That's how it's gonna, go out, man, by the way of World War III. But people don't think that's gonna happen, at least not in our time. And I remember I was talking to this chick, telling her, because she's in the army and shit. I'm like, yeah, World War III it's gonna happen very soon, man. So you might want to, it'd be wise you to leave that army and shit. She's like, hey, World War III ain't gonna happen. Hey, that's the mindset of a lot of these people, man. They don't think it's gonna happen, but when it happens, man, hey, the Lord said that then shall they know that a prophet had been among them, man. All right, but this is Ezekiel 12, and I'm gonna start at 25. It says, "For I am the Lord. I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged." All right, I'm gonna stop right there because we're living in that time where all the things that the Lord put the Spirit on the prophets to write down, all those prophecies are finna take place, man. All right, that's what people don't understand. All right, and World War III is one of the major prophecies that are gonna take place, man. All right, people think just because these prophecies were written thousands of years ago that they're not true, man. All right, it says, "For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass." And that's when you go to the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, the Lord said that I will no longer hold my tongue, man. All right, it says it shall be no more prolonged, right? In other words, hey, we're living in a time where it's gonna happen, man. All right, though it wait, or though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely happen. All right, it says, "For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, said the Lord Yahweh." All right. And how is the Lord speaking right now? Through his prophets, all right? It says, "Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he said is for many days to come. And he prophesied of the times that are far off." And that's exactly what they say. That's the average mindset of the average Jake out here, man. Right? They think that the things that we're speaking about and prophesying about are going to come to pass, in their grandkids' generation, 100 years later, 200 years later. But some of them don't even think it's going to happen, man. All right? And it says, "Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah." And we in that time where the Lord's word is going to be done, man. All right? Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, man. All right? And that's what's going to catch a lot of these people off guard, because most people don't believe it, man. All right? So they're not watching and paying attention to the things that are taking place. And that's why all these things are going to kick them right in their ass, man. I don't feel bad for them, because nobody has that excuse to say they ain't here or they ain't have time to repent, man. Because y'all got time, all right? But we had the prophecy talking about World War III, and people basically think it's not going to happen, man. All right, but it's going to happen, man. Believe that, all right? So let's go back to, let's go to the book of Luke, the 17th chapter. Luke 17 and 26. It says, "And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man." Right? What were they doing back then in the days of Noah, right? For the Lord. So, write this down, right? or to say this. It says in verse 27, they did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all, man. So basically, that's out there, bullshitting around, right? Just like how, the average American is doing today, right? After, just basically marrying, living that best life. That's all that they're doing, right? It says, and then the flood came and destroyed them all, man, right? And that's how it's going to be during the Son of Man, because Lord, and not only is he going to come a fire, but he's going to put the Spirit in these nations to shoot them missiles, man, right? Because the Lord, he's coming back in the midst of World War III, man, all right? It says, likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all, right? And ain't it crazy that America's known as spiritual Sodom, man, right? And that's what it's getting ready to do in this place, man, right? Rain fire over here, man, by the way of those thermonuclear missiles, man. It says, even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed, man. Right, so back then when the Lord rained fire and brimstone over there on Sodom and Gomorrah, that's how it's going to be over here, man. Because like I said, Yahweh Shah is coming back with fire, right, by the way of those chariots, and he's putting a spirit on these nations to shoot their missiles over here, man. 200 million of them to be exact. When you go back to read the book of Revelations, the 9th chapter, man. All right. So now to go to 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. 2 Peter 3 and 5. It says, for this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. Right, and that was the first death, if y'all don't know, man. All right, it was wicked as fuck back then. Right, so the Lord, it repented the Lord. The Lord was like, damn, like, I wish I never even would have created this shit, man. Right, so he destroyed it, man. Destroyed it and only saved 8 people. Right, destroyed it by the way of the flood. It says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now, right, this very same day that we're living in now, right, but the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men, right? What's the day of judgment? Speaking about whenever Yahweh Shah is coming back to the planet earth, man. And it said that the heavens and earth, which are now, right, are reserved unto the fire against the day of judgment, man. And how is that fire going to come about? Right, by the way of nuclear missiles, man. We can also get this to go to Isaiah 9 and 5, all right? Isaiah 9 and 5 to prove that this next war, man, ain't gonna be just no muskets and shields and nothing like that. It's gonna be by the way of missiles, man, all right? For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, man. What's that burning and fuel of fire? Missiles, man, all right? Those are the weapons of the Lord's indignation, man, all right? Pursuant to the book of Isaiah 56 and 16, if I'm not mistaken, right? No, it's Jeremiah 50 and 25. All right. So now let's go to Matthew 7. Matthew 7 and 21. All right, because you know how Jake is, man. Whenever they catch in hell, they want to call on the Lord, man. Right, but try to call on the Lord during that day, man. That shit's not flying. All right, Matthew 7 and 21, it says, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven, man. Right? So here it is, when Jake catching hell, that's the only time they like to call on the Lord, man. All right, but whenever the Lord Yahweh Shah returns back to the planet Earth, man, and you're seeing, motherfuckers out here getting hit with, with laser beams and missiles and stuff like that, call on the Lord then, all right? This is what the Lord says, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name cast out devils, and in thy done many wonderful works? Then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you that work iniquity, man. Right? So not only is this talking about, the ones that take their hand off the plow, but it's also talking about or referring to the ones that continuously, do iniquity, man. Right? Here it is, we're in the grace period, all right, and they basically despising it. But when that time come, people gonna be talking about Lord, Lord, calling on them, right? Some are gonna be actually calling on the real names in the Hebrew, which is Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, right? And some gonna be calling on Jesus and shit like that. But the Lord is gonna say, depart from me, you worker of iniquity, man. All right? And he's gonna throw a laser at your ass, man. All right? Or a missile, either one. All right? So now let's go to the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter. Isaiah 13 and 6, it says, How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Right? Meaning motherfuckers gonna be having heart attacks, all types of stuff like that, man, whenever the Lord returns back to the planet Earth. It says, and they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another, their faces shall be as flames. Why are people gonna be amazed, man? Because of the fashion that the Lord is gonna return to the planet Earth, man. Alright? That's why it says in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, they shall be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation. It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the hand like the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it, man. And what land is that talking about, speaking about? Talking about America, Babylon the Great. It's like America, Babylon the Great, man. Alright? And that was it right there. It says, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth. The moon shall not cause her light to shine. Right? And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible, man. Right, so that's self-explanatory right there, man. Right, when the Lord comes back, he's blinking nothing but wrath, man. Right, by putting the spirit on these nations to shoot those missiles over here, man. Right, because that's all the will of the Heavenly Father, man. Right, how you think they got the missiles? Because the Lord put the spirit on those nations to create them, man. Right, but the Lord said he's gonna punish the world for all their evil, right? Because this is a wicked ass generation, man. Right, the whole world is just out of order, man. Right, so the Lord, he got to come back, you know what I'm saying, put that work in, right, and set up, you know what I'm saying, the, basically his elect men, right, starting from Yahushua and King David on, you know what I'm saying, to the elect men, right, the governing body. All right, so now let's go to 2nd Ezra 9 and 12, because you talk about the missiles and stuff like that. Well, they'll be like, well, it's gonna be hot as hell, so I ain't even gonna feel it. It's gonna be quick. All right, well, we're gonna find out. This 2nd Ezra 9 and 12, it says the same must know it after death by pain. Right, the Lord, he's not gonna have you going through that specific judgment for no reason, man. All right, he ain't gonna let you, basically let you off the chain, man. Hell no, man. All right, the Lord, he got them weapons and that particular judgment set up for, basically a big reason, man. All right, so y'all can feel that shit, man. All right, people think that, oh, well, I ain't gonna feel it. Oh, you gonna feel it, man. All right, the same must know it after death by pain, man. And those missiles are hot as hell, right? Go watch that movie, The Terminator. All right, I think it was Judgment Day, if I'm not mistaken, right? Where Sarah Connor was on that fence, basically burning alive, man. That's how y'all gonna be out here, man. Right? Because Lord, he gonna basically preserve y'all in the midst of that fire, burning, right? Literally burning as long as he wants y'all to burn, man. All right, it's probably gonna feel like forever to y'all, to be honest, man. All right, so let's go to the book of Ezekiel now, 22. Ezekiel 22, and I'm gonna start at verse 20. It says, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. And this is speaking about the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. Right? What is a furnace? Something that melts shit, burns stuff, man. Right? And that's how it's going to be here in America, man. Right? The melting pot. All right? Because Lord, he going to have these nations shooting missiles over here, man. Right? That's why it's going to be called the lake of fire, man. All right? It says, yea, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I, the Lord, have poured out my fury upon you, man. Right? And that's the fury of the Lord right there, man. Right? All the ones that are left here, right, whenever the Lord returns back to the planet Earth, hey, if y'all left here, man, it's done deal for y'all, man. Right? Y'all is going to be melted. All right? Because like I said, those missiles are 6 million to 10 million degrees Fahrenheit. Right? And it's not just going to be something quick. It's not going to be a quick judgment. Right? What would be the whole purpose of the Lord judging you? Right? If it's just going to be quick. Right? You're going to actually sit there and feel that, and you're going to actually melt, man. Right? If you go back to, what was it? Esau was basically interviewing a Ammonite woman during, or after, the Hiroshima bombing or whatever. And she was saying when motherfuckers, basically whenever they got hit, she seen people skin, like falling off like a rag or something like that. That's how you people are going to be out here, man. All right? The ones that are left, y'all going to be out here melting like crazy. Like a bowl of ice cream or something. Let's go to Zechariah 14 and 12. Zechariah 14 and 12, it says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem," right? And not only has the different heathens and stuff like that fought against Jerusalem, because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, all right? But 2/3 of the nation Israel has fought against Jerusalem. How's they fought against Jerusalem? Right? By the way of saying, crucify, crucify Yahweh. That's how y'all fought against them, man. Right? It says, "Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." And what can cause that to happen? What can be so fucking hot to cause that to happen? To cause your eyes and your tongue to melt in your mouth, man? What can cause it to happen? A thermonuclear missile. That's what the Lord said in 2 Peter 3 and 10. That the elements shall melt with fervent heat. All right, because of a nuclear missile, man. All right. So now let's go to the book of Revelation. This will be the last scripture. Revelations 20 and I start at 12. It says, "And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and the books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works," man. Right? You reap what you sow, right? Everybody's going to be judged according to their works, right? If you was doing good, hey, you're going to receive a good judgment. Shit, if you was doing iniquity, I hear being a nigga, right, despising the word, hey, guess what? You're also going to taste of that fire. It says, "In the sea," right, talking about the world, "gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them," right? And this is proven that hell is not an actual fucking place, man. All right. It says, "And they were judged every man according to their works," right? You reap what you sow, like I said, man. Right? If you're gonna sit there, and sow iniquity, right? Continue to be a nigga, and all that bullshit, hey, you're gonna receive, according to your works, man. It says, "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire." This is the second death, right? "And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire," man. Right? In other words, those who weren't, found, written worthy, man, right, have that mark of exemption, y'all gonna be left here whenever Yahweh returns, man, and y'all are gonna melt, like we read back in Ezekiel the 22nd chapter, man. Right? The Lord is gonna leave you here, literally to melt, man, and we gonna be seeing it, right? Lord, we're not part of that elect number, right? The elect are gonna be seeing all the wicked here burn and melt, right, while they're up in the sky in a chariot, man. All right. But with that being said, that was all I wanted to bring out. All right. The wicked will be here, left here to melt, man. All right. So all you brothers and sisters out here, hey, continue to, push, man, and endure. All right. Continue to make your calling and election sure, so that you don't have to take, taste of that fire, man. All right. But with that being said, I'm going to say, call out Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings be to all the Akim now pushing this word and truth and sincerity. Shalom and Abba Babal.